if the man you were supposedly in a relationship with, but not officially, tells you he's not ready for a relationship only after the fact that you started realizing that he was taking advantage of y'all's situation. So he break things off with you, leaving you confused but mostly hurt, right? So around this time, you also was starting a new job. So this job was helping you cope because it kept you busy. So one day, it's an ordinary ass day. You at work and you notice that a group of new people walk in. One of the people in the group looked a little too familiar. You look at him and it's his ass. You obviously don't make it a big deal, and you just ignore his presence. So next day, it's a Friday. You in the lunchroom. It's lunchtime. And you notice that he's about to walk out the building. While he's walking out the building, y'all both make eye contact. He looks away quickly but makes a double take, and that makes you look away, right? Minutes later, he comes back in and walks in the lunchroom, walks behind you, and then rubs across your back and says, "Hey, Stephanie." You just smile, right? And you kept it pushing. You didn't want to make it a big deal, right? Monday comes up. Y'all first 15, you in the lunchroom again. He walks in and he comes up to you and asks you, "Hey, can we spend lunch together because I want to talk?" And you say yeah, right? Lunchtime, y'all together. Y'all basically just catching up. And then he says to you that, can y'all later on meet up again so we could talk about our relationship? So later that day, y'all link up at a park. Y'all talking. And he's basically going off saying that that he wants to try this again. He wants to fix it. And he wants to go official with you. And you are happy and shit because this is what you've been wanting. You've been fucking wanting this shit, right? So the next day after work, this nigga, not in your face, but after work, he gonna text you and he says this shit to you casually. "Hey, shawty, this ain't gonna work. Don't block me neither." Bitch, obviously you go off on his ass, you cuss him out, and then you fucking block him, because who the fuck did he think he is, right? So maybe 2 days later, you notice that you got another group of people came in, right? And in this group of people, guess who's in there? His mom and his fucking sister, right? And guess where his mama working at? On your fucking line. So not only are you seeing your ex, right? You're seeing your ex sister and his fucking mom, but mostly his fucking mom, because she's on your fucking line. You seeing her every fucking minute of your fucking day because she's on your line and she wants to come and talk to you every fucking chance she gets. All sweet and shit, as if her son ain't a bitch ass nigga that broke your heart, right? So obviously this started to take a toll on you, like real bad, right? And it's getting to the point where you're missing work, you leaving early. When you are at work, you in the fucking bathroom the whole damn day crying, right? So you eventually get fired. Now you're jobless, right? But weight has been lifted off your shoulders, like you're good. Your sister then comes up to you and tells you, by the way, your sister also works at the job. She comes up to you and tells you that her neighbors also work at the job, and that your ex has been talking about you and telling everybody that you're just a whore, and that you and him were only supposed to be a one night stand, and that basically that you just be bothering him when you fucking don't, right? Anyways, you finally get you a new job. Shit is straight, right? One day you go to Walmart, somebody taps your shoulder or whatever and say hey to you. You look, and it's his little fucking sister. It's like you can't escape these fucking people. You look back and you see his mom and his dad waiting to speak to you. So you obviously walk up to them and they're saying hey to you or whatever, and his mom is asking you how have I been and do I have a new job or something, right? So obviously you tell her where you work at and you go on. A few days later, you go to your sister's house and your sister's telling you that your neighbor asked her, how do I like it at my new job? And also his sister came up to your sister and asked her, how am I liking my new job? So they still talking about your ass, right? So same day, she tells you this, right? You walk out the door and somebody's honking at you crazy. You look and it's his stinking ass honking at you like shit sweet. So obviously you ignore the fuck out of that because ain't shit sweet. And that was the last time you heard or seen him, right? Until recently you hear that he's in a new relationship and they have a baby. But he wasn't ready for one with you though.
Alright, I was going to do another video, but I'm going to hold off on that one because I got this video, right? This is what I was trying to explain to somebody the other day. She said that for the most part, she thought she was in a relationship with the guy, but he told her that they really wasn't in a relationship. Apparently, he knew his whole family. She knew his sister, his mother, his father, and all that stuff. And she got a job, and they was working at the job too. And he told her that, that he just wanted to kick it. And then he called her back on. They fucking dumb. See, this is when your father, your brother, or some of your male friends try to warn you about. And what do young women say? I know. You can't tell them nothing. But then they'll turn around and blame black men. This man told you. And a good-looking girl, a little dumb, a lot of dumb, and look like she got that dumb look on her face, right? She look a little slow, or she could be lying, making up a story, right? But he never was exclusive with you. He never was exclusive with you, and you knew. Where's your woman intuition at when you knew he was dealing with somebody else? She knew. Well, I just thought, no, he never gave you a commitment, bro. He never gave you a commitment. And then what it turned, and these niggas ain't shit. No, baby girl. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. This is why you got to hear the story. He was getting everything from you, treating you like a girlfriend, and the family knew about the other girl. They all knew he was playing your stupid ass. You the only one that was just holding out hope. Then you let him come back. See, they don't never tell you how he came back and he hit it again. He came back just to hit you. Old girl probably was on her menstrual cycle or was acting funny, so he just came to hit you. And then these niggas ain't shit. And I just was so emotionally distraught, and I lost my job. His mama working across from me, and this is why, they had to create DEI really for Becky, for women, because women will not come to work over something emotional like that because they feel like it's always about, I'm a woman, I got a coochie, I always have a cot in a hot plate from somewhere, whether it's a shelter or whatever. So we as men, we can't afford to. We hurt our we gotta come in that bitch with a broke leg to get medical. And you get your medical and you come back and they fire your ass. So somehow, you gotta come in there with a broke leg to save your job. You know what I'm saying? Somehow you got to limp in that bitch with a broke leg. Women that just lose a job because they're emotionally messed up over a boy who never gave you a commitment. That's just what you want. And she not a bad looking girl, but the guy that would have gave her commitment, she wasn't interested. When are they gonna really be honest? They ain't gotta be honest with the internet. Be honest with yourself. You ain't shit. You just like ain't shit niggas. And that's cool. That's okay. There's a lot of dudes that we talk about, had conversations in the comment section and around. They like hood rats. They like bitches with all them tattoos all over their chests. And I tell them, when you get the results, then you get the results that you're looking for. The warning signs was there. The tattoos on the face, the tattoos over the chest. All the warning signs that be there. The masculinity, the disrespect. And a lot of black men think they supposed to put up with that. That's what's supposed to you supposed to deal with a masculine female. Like, nigga, no. Bitches supposed to come mean to everybody, a pit bull to everybody. And that's supposed to be your life. That's supposed to be the person you supposed to spend your life with. You out your rabbit ass mind. This woman, and she said, you left him in the past. Let me tell you this. They always leave out the part. Yeah, he came back and smashed it again. He can hit you at will. Even if that girl pregnant right now, if that dude came back to her, he still can hit it. And probably maybe still hitting it. And this girl's in the comment section, girl, these niggas ain't shitting. How's that man ain't shitting? He told you he didn't want you. So therefore, if he never gave you a commitment, was it really cheating? I'm telling you, they love to investigate the guy they don't like. I'm telling you how women don't like you. They ask you for money up front, and they got all these questions to ask you. If they got to run down the questions to ask you, women don't vet men. Women really don't. Basically, a lot of women don't vet men. If he come in attractive and they vibing enough, she willing to fucking right then and there. They don't care about your character, your spirit, your kindness. They respect men that's ruthless, men that really don't care what you think. That's why I tell dudes don't be agreeable with them. Whether you lie or tell the truth to a woman, it don't matter. He never lied to her. She thought. He never gave her a commitment. She thought because she was coming around the family. She thought because it felt like they was exclusive. She thought. She thought. She thought. He never said it, and that's a lot of chicks' story. I thought, they thought having that baby was gonna make him commit to her. It don't work. Bitches been doing that since the 60s and the 70s. You thought putting him on child support was gonna hurt him. You hurt yourself. And this is the story of a lot of women. They be having ninjas babies, not for her per se, and be number two and be knowing it. If he never told you number one, you part of the roster. And a lot of women, let's keep it real. A lot of women are fine with polygamy. They not gonna admit it. They fine with being a notch on the man's roster that they really, really like. Money, or they just like a particular dude. Every dude that got a roster ain't got money. Let me tell that right now, right then and there. And that be the difference between them and especially the average Becky. The average Becky will go have some fun and woo woo woo, but they know when it's time to settle down, they need commitment, they need marriage, they need house, they need a way to a house, tradition. They need that commitment. Black women be thinking they got a commitment without getting a commitment because it feel like a commitment. But at the end, if they get caught cheating or doing something, you never said we was committed, or you single until you married. They try to pull that shit. But when a man pull it, it's like, oh, she's slow. This is why we need arranged marriages. And when you describe this to women, right? When you describe this to women, real talk, when you describe this to women, they act like you are fucking insane. They act like it doesn't exist. Well, niggas be lying. That man didn't lie to her. He never gave you a commitment. Now, did he lie and say he want to be with you to fuck you? Yes. But as far as the commitment, you already knew the game. Oh, I thought we were together. Now you got played, bro. But they won't get played by a guy they don't like. Do they ever look at it and be like, man? Do women ever look at it and be like, damn? We did the video on a woman that said she had with the bonnet on, big bad Keisha with the bonnet on with the tattoos. She was talking about, yeah, these niggas ain't no niggas to pick from. I did a video, got me, had 20,000 women. Do women ever look and say, oh, 20,000 of us, we just pick shitty niggas. We like shitty niggas. I seen it my whole life. I seen the majority of women in my life, whether it was family, whether it was school, whether it was, people I knew from around the way, about 90% of the black women that I seen growing up picked ain't shit niggas. And then when you see guys that come in that are great guys and great men and do what they supposed to do, they get rid of them. I seen in just start thinking, like, as black men, start thinking about your sisters, your mothers, your nieces, your classmates, your peers, your homeboys, they sisters, they nieces, they aunties, your aunties, the women from around the way. Think about all the black women, how they consistently pick trash, whether they was nurses in corporate America, regular 9 to 5, whether they was teachers, whether they had the bag, truck drivers, secretaries, I seen in my whole fucking life. I seen in my whole life. So you can't tell me this is internet rhetoric. Internet just shine light on it. They consistently pick the worst black men. But when they date out, they will pick any of them. They consistently pick the worst black men. I done seen men help women get on their feet and they leave them and go back to a prison pookie, pick the asshole, all types of shit. They don't want good men. I'm telling you, man, they don't want good black men. The average black woman out there, whether you call her Keisha or a nurse or a flight attendant, whether she a productive 90%, I'm gonna say stick to the 80-20 rule. 80% of them don't want good black men. They take a good Hector, a good Indian man, a good Brad. They'll take a good Lesbo Becky, Lesbo Keisha, but they don't want a good black man. And that's what I keep saying. And women will fight me. We will have this conversation in person. They will fight me about this conversation tooth and nail, but it'll be prime examples right in front of their face. And they'll say, well, that's the exception. No, that's the rule. Look around. These women pick the worst of the worst. And you know what's the sad part about it? They don't care about the kids. Because if you making a decision to lay with a guy, don't you want and have him to have the qualities of a good person? And they do. They get with shitty niggas, think that them feminizing a man or bringing another man in, confusing them, makes them gonna be able to override the genes of being from a shitty ass nigga. And all they do is turn them gay, turn them dependent, confuse them. That's all they do. I'm gonna say this. I really don't think women understand the damage that broken homes do to their kids. Kids, I done heard stories of neighbors' children getting grape sodaed. They don't talk about the trauma that they put them through. Women have created, especially black women, have created a society of destroyed children. They have destroyed these children, man. They have destroyed the children. They say men can create broken homes, and that's true. You can see guys like Future, Nick, that's the exception. Women is really the start point of creating broken homes because you pick and choose who you want to have a baby with. So you tell me all y'all black women who chose to be single mothers, which the overwhelming single mother percentage are black women. Y'all all made the same decision to pick an ain't shit nigga. But also part of it is they'll find good men and they won't cooperate because they don't want good men. I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to end it off this. Being with a good man makes you have to be a better person. And most women don't want to be a better person. Most women want to be lazy. Most women don't want discipline. They don't want structure. They don't want a schedule. You know what I'm saying? They want criminals. They don't want to walk the fine line because doing the right thing is hard, but it's beneficial in the long run. These women rather be criminals and all that stuff because it's really a reflection of their character. They not shit. And they're sitting here, you'll meet them, they're act sweet, but they're demented. They're just as bad as they domestic abusers. They're just as bad as the criminals, the thieves, the crack dealers they deal with. That's their level. That's their level. So you can't get mad at the brothers for going or other men for going to do something to go other places to get other women. Because if you only want to follow the leadership of a dollar, that's let you know you're a pure evil person anyway on both sides, men or women. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the link in the description, join the Patreon. Peace.